11,820 pounds. A really cool quad slide Montana front kitchen coming in on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I believe the folks are swapping up to a seismic Jayco fifth wheel toy hauler over here. And I've never seen a Montana with this layout, and now that I've seen it, I'm trying to figure out why I haven't seen more of them. Now, I have seen Montanas with a middle kitchen and a private rear den, but I've never seen something like this with a middle living room and like amazing double slide rear super kitchen. It gives us one of the most household feeling floor plans like I've found in the RV industry in a long time. I love the way this thing's laid out, especially with this kind of pseudo-sectional sofa over here. There's a little hidden hide-a-bed in the left two cushions right there, the flat side. But I like the fact that you can kind of, like, I'm a long dude. I could put my feet down here, pop my head up there. I could be facing toward the TV and just take a little midday camping snooze. And that's one of my favorite things to do when I'm camping. Punch out, punch the clock, go to sleep. And the little step down here into the kitchen, it really, along with the doorway, obviously, it truly helps define this as like a separate room, which is something fifth wheels don't often get, is that definition and separation of spaces. All of the windows open for airflow, all day-night shades. I mean, there's tons of glass in and around this thing. That island, though, ooh, I love that thing. The little breakfast bar, the stools, overlooking the chair, all the campsite viewing you could ever dream of over here. Like when you're eating your, eggs in the morning, or if you're playing some cards, shooting the breeze with some friends. Holy cow, the visibility you get here is just absolutely awesome. Then what you're going to find is in a couple areas of the RV, they have these larger, like Max Air Fantastic type fans with the rain sensors. I saw a wall controller as we walked into the room to be able to activate that without, having to get a broomstick and poke up there. And that big rear window, just, again, when you're standing at that sink overlooking everything on your site, it's just awesome. And, tons of cabinet space, counter space, prep space, all over the place. Space in your face. Now, this is kind of cool. It's a one-piece seamless molded counter and sink combo. There's just no seams there, but there are easy reach appliance outlets. So if you got your Keurig machine or something like that, perfect little places for them. Every little nook and cranny. I love the fit and finish, the way it angles off and meets the taper of the roof line. The opposing kitchen slide over here, that's where we're going to find our microwave, our pantry, our oven, our big, like, appliance-y type stuff. But even on the island here, we've got household. I like this layout. Like, if this was freshened up and updated a little bit, I like this. I know at Montana they build the 3700 LK, but I think I might like this more. I like this layout. The dual recliners here. Hey kids, remember before everything was theater seats? Remember when there were recliners in the RV industry? Well, Pepperidge Farm remembers. And obviously Montana does too. Classic entertainment system, though, before the day and age of flat screens. Wouldn't be hard to put something in there. You're not going to get the world's biggest flat screen in, but at the same time, you're also not seating 30 feet away from the thing. Wow. Cool layout. Very, like, you could really spend some time hanging in here. Electric space heating fireplace, central vac system over here. I like kind of all the bells and whistles and buttons and switches all located right there. Also, sliding privacy door to get us to the upper deck, but on the way, we pass our handy little laundry hamper, so you have a place for yesterday's clothes now that it's today. Moving upstairs here, quick note, this is a 50 amp coach. If you want to add a second AC, give us a call. Haylett RV, we do it all. We'll get you a quote on that stuff before you take it home. This is a 60 by 80 queen. I don't believe this model is king capable. This was built before the king bed revolution in the RV industry, basically. There's a little space on either side of the bed, but I don't think you're going to squeeze a king in there. Now, I did notice a little discoloration on this woodwork down here that has been exposed to some type of water, although the flooring and everything looks pretty solid, so I don't know exactly what caused that, but it looks to be localized. It looks to have been a short-term exposure, and it doesn't look like it was allowed to continue. And I tell you, if you don't care about, just a vent up here, if you don't care about a second AC, that would not be hard to install like a bigger vent fan kind of system and probably jump some power off that light fixture to get to it. Now, this is also made before every big fifth wheel was washer dryer ready. So this one does not have that feature. The front closet's not quite deep enough. That cabinet right there is not quite big enough, but you do have just a ton of storage in this thing. Now, classic fifth wheel design, this has a little bit of what was called a master suite, where your bed and your bath were kinda the same room. That was just kind of necessary when older vehicles just weren't quite as capable as vehicles today. But you do have a double sliding door, not curtain, to close that off. So if you do have a guest down there on that hide bed, you don't have to make direct line of sight with one another to use the bathroom at night. Over here, one thing about this though, we got dressing room for days. You know, you can actually stand up, you can put on a pair of pants, you can, bend over to spit out your toothpaste without clocking your head against something. And in here, kind of a closet style lavatory bathroom sort of thing. I guess lavatory is a sink, isn't it? Sorry, I'm trying to use these. I don't know why I feel like using these fancy words today, and obviously I'm not capable. But I love this floor to ceiling storage in here. If you crack this open, you can get a lot of towels, a lot of, body wash and beach towels and soaps and things in here. There's a lot of space going on in this bathroom. Down below, we got ourselves a nice big pass-through compartment. This was made a little bit before Montana had the drop frame storage. You might notice the pink lines here. RV just hasn't been used yet this year. It's actually still winterized. So we know the water lines are good because they're holding that antifreeze. As we back up here, I want to put out a couple quick pieces of housekeeping. First of all, coming into view right now is the gooseneck adapter that the previous owners used on this fifth wheel. That is scheduled to be removed. Not a lot of people have the proper equipment to hitch up to that, and that's something that isn't really always recommended regardless on RVs, putting a gooseneck adapter on it. There's actually a lot of things where that can negatively affect your warranty in today's market. There are some exceptions. If you need details on that, call our team here at Haylett RV. Then again, on a used RV, you're probably not worried about warranty loss, but you are worried about structural integrity, and we don't want to cause that to be compromised for you. The good news is I don't see where any of that has happened here. Now, second note of housekeeping, broken window. Good news is we're getting that replaced right now. The owners, we struck up a deal 4 days ago, right before they traded it in. Something, crack, hit the window. Sucks, but we're gonna get that replaced for you. So the good news, when you come to take it home, unless it's like tomorrow, as long as we've had a little bit of time, we'll have that replaced. The decals, a little bit peeled, a little bit flaky, pretty normal for a Montana of this model year, but the thing that I always take away from these is that they're just structural tanks. And that's something that Montana really continues to be today. The skin could be weathered. I think a power washer would really do this thing a lot of good in just blowing some of those decals off, because overall, it looks like it was just stored outdoors, but it looks like it was kept cleaned and conditioned pretty well. And good gravy, once again, just windows everywhere. Oh, one more thing. Back here, it looks like somebody at some point did something like add a motorcycle lift to this thing, because I see offset dual 3-inch receivers. So it wasn't used for like a bike rack. There was two things here, which is usually what you need, and they look like they tie right into the frame rail. I mean, that's pretty heavy duty. So I think somebody probably had something like a motorcycle lift or a bike lift on the back of here. Overall, the roof here looks pretty good. Looks like they kept on top of it. Seals look like they've been actively maintained. Something, probably a tree branch, caught the roof in two different places. And it actually helped maybe shed some light on a little bit of what we saw in that bedroom slide fascia. Because like if you come up here, right about where that bed slide's located, you see where there's another thing. So my guess, a stick in a storm or something tore the roof membrane. Some water worked its way down, got onto the slide fascia. They have this slide seam tape right there, which if you're not familiar with what that stuff is, once it goes down, it ain't ever coming up. That stuff is legit. And they stopped it. So it happened, they stopped it, didn't get any worse. And overall, I think for the age, it's in great shape. For the money, lot of trailer here. And a lot of times when an older RV comes in, sometimes they'll say, well, I feel like maybe it'd just be better in a park versus towing around, I don't feel that at all. I think this thing is road ready today. I think you could hit the road, go have a good time, make some memories. Then again, I've also always felt that rear kitchens are the best floor plan for just leaving parked in a specific location rather than towing around a lot. Opinions can vary, that's just mine. But anything else you need, give us a call here at Haylett RV, hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, RV delivery, and everything in between. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.